Hi everybody, it's Jody. Today what I'd like to talk to you about is some things that I'm learning. I'm taking aromatherapy, so I'll be a certified aromatherapist. And so I've already accomplished one of my certifications, so I'm progressing in that. And so I'd like to share some things with you that I've learned. As soon as I can get my camera fixed here would be great. Okay, wonderful. All right, you guys, so I want to talk about the aromatherapy, which is discussing the benefits of essential oils. As we know, everything is vibration. Everything has a vibration. Everything is constantly vibrating. And so the interesting thing that I've discovered that I'm all excited about, that so many of us haven't learned, okay, but is essential to our health, and keeping a high vibration. And one of the main things that we need to know is that the human body has its own frequency. Generally, it is at between 72 and 90 megahertz. Okay, they're able to measure anything that's living with a certain machine that measures its frequency. And so the human body, I'm going to show you this. The human body is at a frequency between 72 and 90. Okay, so understanding this is generally a healthy person. Okay, this is where we start off with. It's our baseline. Each organ in our body vibrates at its own frequency, which I didn't know, which is really amazing. So you can basically be healthy, pretty much healthy in a lot of your organs, but maybe, okay, like I'll talk about myself, okay? I was a smoker, and as a hairdresser I work around a lot of chemicals, and so I'm breathing that in. So my weak area is my lungs, okay? So lungs here vibrate at between 58 and 65, okay? Let me go down the list for you. Okay, so the brain is between 72 and 90 megahertz. The neck and above is between 72 and 78 megahertz. The thyroid gland is between 62 and 68 megahertz. The thymus gland is between 65 and 68 megahertz. The heart is between 67 and 70 megahertz. I'll go, excuse me, and repeat that the lungs are between 58 and 65 megahertz. And the liver is between 55 and 60 megahertz. Okay, so if you're a drinker, a heavy drinker, or have been a heavy drinker in your past, your focus would be on the liver and really working on cleansing it, strengthening it through detoxification, and being aware of what we take in, because so much is processed through the liver. So if we want to raise our vibration, we need to think specifically on certain organs and what we can do to raise specific organs' frequencies. Something that on my journey has been to learn the importance of keeping our spine aligned, okay? Really important to go to a chiropractor. They can assist in keeping all of your nerves from being pinched when you go on a regular basis. And nerves can become pinched through simple daily activity, overdoing it, or even a fall. And so if you go regularly, instead of waiting until there's an issue, it's really beneficial because you're keeping it aligned. And so what does that do? That allows the energy and oxygen to get to every single organ and for it to flow. And so your organs are able to keep their frequency. unless of course we go in and add something artificially within us that would cause damage. Okay, so we need to learn as we're going into this whole new dynamic of what the new earth is like. You know, we're slowly getting rid of what has been harming us, okay? All this stuff about things that have been harming us and we've been unawakened to it is now coming to an end, because we're awake now. There's many on this planet that understand what's been going on, and so we are in the process of awakening every person on this planet to these facts, that there are things we've been doing for a very long time and to our planet that has been killing the planet, killing us, killing the animals, and we have come to a point to understand that if we don't stop this, nobody's going to be here, okay? So, what do we need to do? We need to make some changes, okay? So that means we need to make some aware, positive choices. And in order to become aware, we have to do some research. And so, thankfully, there's many people that have already done a bunch of research for you, and now it's even starting to come out on your basic TV. Now, I don't watch TV, but I have a lot of customers, and they're telling me, oh yeah, they're starting to talk about essential oils and their benefits on Dr. Oz, and I'm like, well, hey, that's awesome, because that is going to awaken more and more people to these benefits. Okay, and the benefit is, it is our personal responsibility. Okay, this is your body. This is my body. Okay, you are sovereign of your body. Okay, that is, God gave you that body, and within your body is your spirit. You have a spirit, and so when we're here, if we want to live as long as possible, so that we can experience this place, you want to keep your body healthy. It's your temple. It holds the Holy Spirit, and you are the whole. You are a part of God. Okay, you're connected to God. You and God are one. Everybody is. We're all connected, and so with that understanding brings a sacredness. With that understanding brings a holiness. With that understanding brings the self-awareness of, wow, you know, think about that. When we view ourselves as a vessel that holds God's Holy Spirit, you know, love. See, for so long we have really downplayed, or society mainstream society has really taught mankind to downplay everything, and you know, and just shut ourselves off, shut off our emotions, shut off our connectedness, and just kind of close ourselves off and into this dark, lonely, unlovable existence, artificial, and that's changing now. So honor the sacredness that you are. Honor that you hold God's Holy Spirit. You hold light. You hold, because God is love. If you have love in you, guess what? God's in you. All right? So it doesn't mean that you're separate, because you actually are a part of God. So remember that you're connected in that way. Look at yourself in this sacred way. To belittle or think that you are less than is not doing yourself a favor at all. It's really demeaning God, because if we all came up, lifted ourselves up, and treated ourselves in a sovereign manner, in a respectful manner, in a sacred manner, okay, with the realization of who we really are and truly are, completely and wholly, you know, how would that change the way we treated ourselves? How would that change? Would it change anything at all? Okay, these are questions that we can ask ourselves. But for me, what it does is it makes me love myself more. It makes me appreciate myself more. It makes me realize that I deserve good. I deserve quality. I deserve the best. Okay? I deserve to be treated with respect, with honor, with sacredness, with kindness. And every single person that we run into in the world deserves the same thing, because they're God also. And if every single person on this planet learned to view everybody else in the same regard, in the same way, wow, this planet would change. Everybody would treat everybody with such kindness and love and respect. And we would treat the earth in a more loving way, and the animals in a more loving way. And this is where we're headed, people. This is called bringing heaven to earth, and this is a process, and this is what's happening. And so anything that is not of love will either transmute itself into love, or it will leave, because the frequencies of this planet are rising. They're rising to a point where anything that is not of love will not be able to tolerate it. It will be too painful for them here. Their bodies won't be able to vibrate and keep that higher frequency. And so it's not, it's not a negative thing. It's just that these people need to have some more education or learning. So they will go to a place where they can experience whatever they need to experience in order to understand and appreciate who they are. And so this is really a blessing for them. Everybody is blessed. Everybody goes where they need to go. They're all taken care of. Nobody is left out. And it's all from source and love, okay? But basically, so now that we understand that we're a vessel, okay, and we want to take care of this vessel, it's like if you get a new car, you take care of your new car. You're not going to get a new car and go bash it up, or a new house and bash it up once you get it. You're going to go, wow, look what I accomplished, and you're gonna take pride in that. You're going to feel good about it, and you're going to want to cherish it and take care of it. And so from that perspective, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So we when you love yourself, you want to do the best for yourself. And that can be a process also, because if we're just coming out of coming into this realization, coming out of that and into this realization, it can be really difficult. It can be, and I'm not trying to sound negative, but it's like this is the dark night of your soul, when you have to let go of things that you got accustomed to, that you got comfortable with doing, that you thought brought you happiness, you thought you enjoyed it, but really what some of these things are doing, not only is it harming your body, which is, your body is your body, and we're here for a period of time, and, but there's nothing, our body feels pain, okay? And our body can get sick, and it's not fun. That's the way the body transitions. We have a spirit, our spirit or our soul, or the being, who we are within us, okay? We can either be an Antichrist or we can be Christ-like. And that's not getting into religion. That is just a spiritual concept, that Christ-like is being unconditionally loving of ourselves and others, That's where forgiveness comes in. Instead of being spiteful and revengeful, being someone who is forgiving of others that harm you. Do you forgive yourself for the harm that you have caused yourself and others? Are you willing to turn around from old ways? Maybe you did some things in your past that were harmful to others, and you decide that that's not the path you want anymore. You want to be a more kind, loving, peaceful person, and so you let go of those things. So it's important to forgive yourself. To me, the ultimate apology, or the ultimate way of saying, forgiving yourself, and is to turn around from something that was harmful. Yourself, love yourself. How do you love yourself? Well, you're not going to do things like smoke. You're not going to do things like drugs. You're not going to do things like abusing alcohol. What it does is it opens us up, and it changes our way of thinking, and we can get lost. We can get lost for a long time in its dysfunction, in its lower vibrational frequencies that pulls us down. We can get lost in its pain. We can get lost in its victimhood. We can get lost in where these things can lead us. We can get lost in being around others that are of low vibrational frequency, that are doing that same thing, that can maybe influence us into other things that are harmful also. It can be a continuous, descent. And when you learn to love yourself, you are your savior. You are climbing out of your own pit of hell that you have created while you were here on this planet, or that others have put you in, from mind programming, from your upbringing, from generational or familial mindsets and ways of being. And so breaking away from those things can be scary. They can be hard. They can be painful. Okay? And so, but and it takes a lot of courage to do it. But you know what? You got it. You've got it in you. There are so many people that have pulled themselves up out of hell. I have done it. I've been through a lot in my life, okay? I was raised by a single mother. I was without a father. That was huge. Huge. That affected me hugely. I didn't have any siblings. I spent a lot of time alone. I was very lonely as a child. I was raised by an older Catholic couple that were very abusive to me mentally, emotionally, and physically. I have been molested. I have been raped. My mother was an alcoholic, so that was awful. But there are, so for me, that was my healing. Codependency, huge. When you're raised in an alcoholic family, you have a different way of thinking. It's called sick. It's a disease. Okay, it's a very sick way of thinking, dysfunctional, and I highly suggest Al-Anon for anybody that has a family member that's an alcoholic, because even for the alcoholics, I highly recommend that they go to Al-Anon as well as AA. Basically, life it can be hard. We all have our issues that we're here to have to overcome, and that's what it's all about, overcoming it. Learning to live in this world without numbing. We are humans. We're supposed to feel, and sometimes feeling things in this world hurts. It's painful. It's uncomfortable. It's there for a reason. It's there so that you will overcome it. It's there so that you will learn that you don't want that. It's there so that you will learn where to find anything that's not that. Where do you find peace? Where do you find happiness? Give me freedom from pain. Give me freedom from harm. Give me freedom from abuse. Give me freedom from other people's negativity. Give me freedom from, you know, all that lower vibrational frequency stuff that's here. Thank God now, you know, you're learning you're responsible to raise your vibrational frequencies. Once you're free from all that stuff in the past, your life is, you become aware that you're the creator of your reality. And as the creator of your reality, you get to have it. You get to do what you want, you know? I mean, yeah, we're still limited in this matrix, and we're dealing with the negative issues of this matrix. That is going to change. As we change, we're going to demand certain things outside of us change, okay? The way animals are treated, the way food is processed, the way there's been such injustice done to humanity. You know, we're all going to step up and go, okay, no, these are areas that we want to see changes in. We don't want these things anymore. And those things will take place. They'll manifest. So we got to clean up our life first, and then we can work on knowing what is going to be good for everyone. It's not because we're all connected. We want what's good for everyone, okay? But yet know that loving yourself is not selfish. Taking care of yourself first is vital. It's important. It's above everything else, okay? When you love yourself first, you're loving God first. And before you can take care of anything else, you got to be able to know how to take care of you. So, with this understanding, a wonderful way to raise your vibration is through essential oils, okay? So we learned where the basic human body vibrates at, between 72 and 90 hertz. Okay, if you come down with a cold or a flu, society wants you to go get a flu shot. Well, I'm sorry. You know, I work with the public, and I hear over and over again that people get sick. And if you do research on flu shots, they put some very bad things in those shots that are harmful to your body. And if you're choosing to raise your vibrational frequency, I suggest you don't get those. I mean, you know, it's like you have free will to do what you want. I personally choose not to put that into my body. I choose to keep my immune system up. I choose to use essential oils to raise my vibrational frequency to keep disease away. Plus my mindset. I am the creator of my reality, co-creator of my reality. God and I work together as one to create my reality. He, she knows what I am here to do, and I am guided by my higher self, by my spirit guides, by archangels, ascended masters, and extraterrestrial beings of light and love that are here to assist every single person on an individual basis to walk their path back to understanding who they are, which is God, which is love. Okay? So, on my personal journey, and everybody is at different levels within their journey, and all are respected and loved where they're at. Okay? We may, if we catch a cold or a flu, that means our vibration is low. How does our vibration drop? It can drop by emotions that we continuously feel. If we feel depressed, if we feel sad, if we allow ourselves to feel upset for an extended period of time, that can lower our vibration. Anything that is not of love, which is the highest vibration, anything below that starts lowering our vibrational frequencies, okay? So on an emotional level, be aware of that. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel anxious or fear, with the intent of looking at it and going, okay, This is like an invader in your body. This is an invader of lower vibrational frequencies. Let's look at it this way. This is your ship, okay? Your body is your ship. You've been attacked with a lower vibrational frequency, let's say. Let's play a little game here. And whoa, you feel it. Boom. Somebody has shot you with an energetic bang of energy that's fear or anger or whatever, okay? This is how your body is reacting. Now, this is what happens to me. I'm an empath. I feel frequencies. I feel energies constantly. And so I will feel a negative energy. And I'll go, whoa, I don't like that. So I will either allow it to flow out of me, because I feel if it comes to me and I just feel it, and I'm not doing anything that's or my thoughts are okay and I'm not doing anything that's bringing it to me, you know, it's not mine, I'll let it pass through me. Or I'll just imagine the violet flames of Saint Germain. I just picture them, and I picture that going through that, and it leaves. I don't hang on to it. If you're hanging on to negative emotions, write about it. Write it all out. What you're feeling, where it's coming from. It'll start. You'll start to open up, and it'll all come out on paper. Reread it. Read it to get to know who you are. Reread it to understand where it's coming from. All right, and then throw it away. Wad it up, and say with intention, I release this now. This does not need to be a part of me any longer, and I release it now. And so then you can burn it. That's what I like to do. I burn it. Let it go. And you don't have to think about it. If it comes back, that means you have not completed the lesson that you were supposed to learn from the situation. And you'll need to revisit it again until you clear it completely, and then it will go. If you're finding that things are continuously coming back over and over and over again, I highly suggest that every time it comes to you, say this. I call forth Saint Germain. O Saint Germain, O Saint Germain, I call you forth, O Saint Germain. Send forth your violet flames into my crown chakra, down into my lower 4 chakras, up into my heart, my sacred heart, my throat, and out the palms of my hands. Transmute, O Saint Germain, all my lower vibrational frequencies and energies into unconditional love, never to return again on any level or dimension, past, present, or future. And keep your violet flame fully sustained within me, O Saint Germain, for all eternity, continuously transmuting. And so it is. It is done. Say this every single time you have a recurring thing, because what is happening is it's not being transmuted. You're letting it go, but it's coming back. We have a lot that we need to transmute, clear, and get rid of. I personally say this every single day. I personally I say this mantra every morning, and anytime something comes to me that is really upsetting me, that gets me shaking or upset or that is negative, I say it. Clear it, clear it. Anything that comes to me, even if it's not mine, I imagine the violet flames, and it helps to clear it. I'm telling you, it's changed me. I don't focus on the past anymore. I don't focus on issues that I had. I don't relive them. So it's great. You can revisit things, you know, and talk about your past, but it's with a different energy. You'll be able to do it without crying. You'll be able to do it in a peaceful, calm, relaxed manner, and even a loving manner. I mean, a totally different way, rather than full of anger and resentment and sadness and stuff. So it really works. Okay. All right. So processed food, canned food, all processed food is they use chemicals. Okay. And chemicals just kill that food. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's an illusion that you're putting food in your mouth, okay? But you might as well be chewing on paper, all right? Because there's nothing there. There's no life left in that food, okay? You're getting nothing from it. You're filling your body with it, and basically it's going through you, but your body is still depleted. You still need vitamins. You still need minerals. Your cells still need nutrients, okay, energy from food. And so you're not getting it with that. And that will keep your vibration low. That's the importance of eating organically. That's the importance of trying to have your own farm, your own garden. Dried food is, and herbs are at 15 to 22 hertz, okay? Fresh food and herbs are at 20 to 27. And like I said, processed and canned food are at 0. So think about that when you make your food. You know, this is an awesome way to raise your vibrational thoughts in regards to food. You can get excited about food. Wow, you know, oh, I can't wait to eat this banana because I know that when I eat this banana, it's providing me. Get to know your food. Get to know what foods have what in them. How do they contribute? What is their gift? Everything on this planet is a gift from the Creator. And so what does an apple have to offer you? What is its gift? What is a banana? All these things. When you know what you need, you will know which foods to add to your daily intake, okay, to help raise your vibrational frequency and to offer you its gift, okay? Everything is about giving and learning to receive, okay? It's a circular flow, back and forth, okay? Like this. So, when you have disease, when you have a cold or a flu, all right, it starts at 58 megahertz. So if you're at between 72 and 90 and you got a cold or a flu, you know, oh wow, my vibrational frequency is down to 58 hertz or less. So I need to raise my vibrational frequencies ASAP. How can you do that? Herbal teas. Herbal teas are fantastic. Essential oils are antibacterial. They fight bacterial infections. Antiviral, they fight viruses. Antimicrobial. So all of these things will keep your body free from it being attacked from colds and flus and illness. Okay? So, cancer starts at 42 megahertz, people. That means your vibration is really low. And the fastest way to start raising it, start using essential oils, start eating more raw, fresh vegetables, drink your water that is alkaline. Alkaline your system. Cancer cannot live in an alkaline system. It lives in an acidic. Anything that you are doing that's lowering your vibrational frequency, smoking or partaking of you know,